Are you short on time but want to get scrapbooking layouts done? Today I'm sharing my favorite hack to get my pages done faster. Now, if you follow me, you know I love starting a layout from scratch, as I call it, coming up with a design concept, cutting all the paper, adding the embellishments. But I'll be honest, I am a super slow scrapbooker. Sometimes in my videos it might not seem like it, but I will often spend hours. It's just my perfectionist nature. But sometimes I just want to get a layout done quickly, and that's when I turn to a kit like this. I use Close to My Heart's Cut Above kits, and these designed for you layouts come with base pages, pre-cut papers and photo mats, die cuts and stickers for embellishing, photo placeholders, and even the page protectors. You get this sheet that shows you what the design is supposed to look like so that they're really easy to put together in no time at all. If you follow the design exactly, it should take you about 20 to 30 minutes. But I'm not one to leave well enough alone. I always have to make these kits my own, and that's just part of the fun for me. I love to start with the background pages and all of the pieces that they come with, because even though it does take me longer than the 20 to 30 minutes if you follow the directions, it still comes together so much faster than when I just start out on my own. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I start with this kit, but make it my own and add my own touches to it. I'm going to add some more embellishments. The kit does come with the embellishments in the form of stickers and die cuts, but I like to add sometimes stamped images or embellishments from my stash. You're going to see me pull out my embellishment booklet that I've shown in other videos, which I'm so happy that I'm using some of my older embellishments now. Oftentimes with these kits, my photos are different sizes and or orientations than the layout calls for. And that's the case for this layout too. So when I have photo mats that were called for the photo sizes, I will often use those as layering pieces, and that's what I'm going to be doing here. So since I needed some more 4x6 mats, I found this dreamy holographic paper in my stash. I had it actually out for something else, and I was like, ooh, that would look really pretty with these photos. So I'm going to put 2 of those photos on that holographic paper and use some of the other photo mats to layer behind there. And you'll see me strategically cut the photo mats so that I can stretch them across the layout and have enough of one color to go behind multiple photos in multiple areas to help draw that color. That's one of the things that I try to do in my scrapbooking is if I have a color in one area, I want to make sure that I'm drawing that around the page in other areas as well. Often in a visual triangle because that seems to be the most pleasing to the eye. Now you saw how I cut up that 3x4 photo mat, and I was able to fit that around 3 areas of my layout. And this is such a good example of how you can just use scraps that you have. If you want to do a design similar to this, but maybe don't have this kit, you can use these same ideas and create a similar look and just use your scraps to layer up and create those multicolor mats behind the photos like I'm doing. Now, because that holographic paper is so special, I wanted to be sure that I was saving as much as possible. So I left just a 1/2-inch border all the way around so that I can adhere my photo onto it and have that little mat sticking out, but not waste anything that would be hidden behind the photo. I'm going to bring in this stamp set and this butterfly that I already had assembled in my stash from another project. It had the same holographic paper on it, so I thought it might look good on this layout, although spoiler alert, I didn't end up using it. But this is a sneak peek at the Honey Bunny stamp set. It is obviously a very strong Easter themed stamp set, but since these photos are Snapchat photos of my daughter, and in one of the photos she is a little bunny, I thought how cute would it be to add this little bunny. He is so cute. I think he could be cute as just like a regular bunny, but you could also color him to look like a chocolate bunny. How cute would that be? But I am going to just color him in gray and some pinks to go along with my layout. I'm coloring with my Spectrum Noir colored pencils. I just wanted a very subtle color, so these pencils were perfect. I did a very light coat with the light gray, and then there's some pink on his ears and nose. And then there are coordinating dies to go with this stamp set, so I cut him out really easily. Now, the trouble that I had with this stamp is that he's looking to the right, and I wanted him to be on the right next to that bunny photo, but I didn't like him looking off the page, so he's going to be moving around the page quite a bit. Now here is my little embellishment book. I was looking for a title. The title that came with this kit would have been fine, but I was thinking I wanted something a little bit different. So first I'm pulling out this pink glittery BU, and I'm going to see what else I have in here. And nothing is calling my name yet. So I'm going to try out this BU. Now that enjoying life would have been good too, but I thought it might be better suited for a different themed layout. I wanted just something a little different for these photos. I really liked the pink and the glitter of this title, but I didn't like the shape and how it fit on there. So I'm going to come back to this. I do think that that looks cute, but I'm just still not sure. So I remember seeing this silver smile, and I'm going to try that and see if that fits the space a little better. I actually do like that. I like how it fills the space. I like the addition of that metallic silver. And so I think I'm going to run with that for now. And I'm thinking I could even pull in some other metallic silver embellishments as well. Now these yellow die cut pieces are from the second layout that comes in this kit. These kits come with two 2-page layouts, and I am borrowing them from that layout because I really like how they look with this layout. I think that I want to add a little bit more yellow just for a little bit extra pop. I often don't mind borrowing some of the elements from the second layout because a lot of times I veer from the layout anyway, and I did have another idea of some other things I could use on that other layout also. I'm definitely liking the addition of the yellow. We do have it in the top of the layout, right in the middle. So I'm liking that this is drawing it to each side of the layout, and then some of it is down at the bottom of the layout. So it's a nice pop that is being spread around the page. Now I wanted some kind of over here, and I had the idea of matting this middle photo, and I'm liking that. So I'm going to go ahead and commit. I'm going to cut it strategically so that I have a long piece that I can still use on my layout. And then I will cut the other piece off, and those will be used on the layout as well. So just another way that we can use our scraps to add a little bit of color. We didn't need a lot, but that little bit of yellow really makes a big difference in my opinion. I'm going to add this larger yellow scrap up here in the corner to draw the yellow over here. And I'm liking that. Of course, I had already glued everything down because I didn't know I was going to do that. But the Tombow adhesive is pretty easy to lift up. It's not super sticky right away until it's been a little bit of time. And then I have all of these star die cuts that came in the kit. And at first I was spreading them around as the guide was telling me, but because my orientation of my photos is all different, I just wasn't loving it. So I'm going to be messing around with these stars quite a bit. Now, if you're not doing your own thing and you're just kind of sticking to the way that the layout was originally designed, then it shouldn't take you as long as it's taking me. But you know what? Embellishing is my happy place, and it's what takes me the longest because I'm a perfectionist, as I mentioned, but also I just have fun with it. I really love shuffling things around and moving them around. And so I did cut out a lot of the footage because I know you don't want to watch all of it, but I did spend quite a bit of time moving things around and, auditioning things around the page to make sure I like it. Now that yellow star over on the left, I'm seeing is a little bit too close to that yellow circle, so that is going to end up moving. And just like that, I have most of my stars where I like them now. I'm going to add some more stickers and die cuts from the kit now. I really liked that Making Memories bubble, but I didn't like the butterfly under it because it was like the same width. So I'm moving the butterfly to the other side. At this point, I'm still not loving it, but not ready to take it away yet. And then there's all of these little word strip stickers from the kit, like beautiful, happy place, the true story, making memories. I love little word stickers like this, especially for pages like this that are pretty generic. They're also a good way to spread color around the page in places that you need a little bit more of that color, just like we did with the scraps. There were also those little dovetail banners in the white, and I placed those pretty much close to where they were called for in the layout. They look best in twos, I think, and I had misplaced this one, so I'm going to add that over here with this little single one. That photo's being a little stubborn coming up, but there we go. We got it up just enough. And now I removed that butterfly, decided, you know what, I'm done trying to work with him. And I'm getting back into my little embellishment book, and I found all of these little silver foil stickers that I'm going to try to add to the layout as well. And they go with that title. They might have been in the same sticker pack as the title. I don't know. Some of these are so old, but I recently put this little booklet together, and I've mentioned it in videos before, and I've even made a video on how I put it together. So I'll leave that down in the description below if you'd like to see how I did that. But I just really am loving this booklet. I have one that's like this with little embellishments in grouped by color, and then I have one that's more for titles. And so I will turn to the one that if I need a title or if I need just little embellishments, and I will often just pull out all of them that I think that I might use. And then, if I don't use them all, I'll just put them back. But I'm finding that I'm putting a pretty good dent in my embellishment collection. And I was even able to add more embellishments to this booklet last week because I had so much blank space, and I had found some more little embellishment packets that I wanted to add to it. So I pulled out everything that I think I might use, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to move this bunny over here. I really was trying to keep him over by the bunny picture, but it just wasn't working out. I really like him over here sitting on that little yellow circle. He's got a little place to land, and he's looking into the page, and you know what? It's fine. It's not next to the picture, but it's right on the other page. It's on the same layout, and it's okay. I definitely could have moved the bunny photo over to the left page, but it was all glued down, and I just didn't want to deal with it. I'm much happier with how this is looking now that the bunny is on the left and the butterfly is gone. That butterfly was pretty, and I loved how the holographic went with the holographic mats, but I just wasn't feeling it. So you know what? It's okay to let things go, even though it seems like they might be a perfect fit. Sometimes they just aren't, and you don't want to force it. So I'm going to continue adding all of these little embellishments that I pulled out. So I thought I would talk about the photos for a moment because I have a feeling some of you will be able to relate to this experience. So this is when my daughter was 5, and when I would tuck her in at night for a while, I would, we would read, and then we would have fun with a few little Snapchat filters. And I don't know if it was good or bad, but I introduced her to Snapchat and the filters. And we don't use Snapchat for actually sending anything. We just use it for the filters and saving the photos. But I introduced her to it, and she was obsessed, and she wanted to choose all of the different filters that we used, and we did some together, and then we did some of just her, and this was the beginning of her obsession. And then I would, once she learned how to do it on her own, she'd borrow my phone for a little bit, and then, either hours later or days later, I'd find 30 Snapchat photos in my camera roll. Can you relate to that? Do your kids do that as well? Now she's 10 and she has her own iPad, and so she does it all on her iPad, and I don't come across her photos anymore. But I do come across photos of my son, not necessarily on Snapchat. He's almost 8, and he's never really gotten into Snapchat, but he's a little budding photographer, and sometimes he'll take my phone around the house or around the yard and just take little pictures. And it's really fun to see the pictures that he takes and what he deems as, photo worthy, and seeing things in his perspective. I need to do a layout on that too. I have a bunch of photos of a backyard photo shoot he did a few years ago that was just hilarious. So let me know down in the comments below if you have photos like this of your kids and Snapchat, or photos that they've taken that you found on your camera roll. I wasn't sure about this long arrow when I pulled it out, but when I tried it right here, I really liked it. It kind of balances out the title from the other side. And then I'm going to add this last little yellow scrap that I have left over after cutting that photo mat. And we'll just stick it right here. And we use every last little bit of those yellow pieces from the other layout. Now, one of my favorite parts of these kits is that usually the sticker sheet has little journaling strips that are stickers, and so they're really easy to just write on and then snip to size if you need to, and put them right onto your layout. So they come at the right length to put where they are originally called for in the layout, but I snipped mine shorter so I could put them in a little bit different spot. Now, Close to My Heart does have journal strip stickers that are just available separately, and all they are a 12x6 sticker sheet of journaling strips, and they are really, really amazing. So you can also get those outside of the kit. By the way, I will have all of the supplies that I use listed down in the description below, and I'll include those journaling strip stickers that come separately as well. Of course, I used a lot of embellishments from my stash that are no longer available, but look at how that silver foil shines, and those little holographic mats behind the photos is just such a fun little addition. And can you see how this background piece looks like it's actually torn? It's just printed on there, but it really looks like torn paper. If you'd like to see me transform another one of these kits, then check out the video that's on screen now. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day.